No, Sage, you're absolutely wrong here.
Stop.
A dear friend of mine, after her grandmother passed away, confessed she'd suddenly been overwhelmed by a fear of death unlike anything she had experienced before. Over coffee, I shared a perspective with her that I'd like to share with you now. All matter, when broken down to its most fundamental form, becomes atomic and subatomic particles. In other words, pure energy. In this sense, the entire universe is simply energy taking on different shapes. Remarkably, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It only changes form. We, too, are energetic beings. We absorb matter, energy, to sustain and grow. Yet our bodies constantly replace old cells with new ones, meaning the physical us of a few months ago isn't exactly who we are now. Still, our sense of self persists. Whatever truly matters about us remains intact. But there is more. We enter this world with instincts, fears, joys, and passions, traits that appear before any formal learning. We arrive already primed for certain things, and we don't all start from the same blank slate. Why is that? Why do we come preloaded with certain aptitudes and inclinations that differ from person to person? We often talk about inheriting someone's eye color, hair texture, or even our grandmother's hands. But DNA transmits more than external features. On some level, it also passes along predispositions, skills, fears, instincts, and emotions. By middle age, you begin to see how you are both a continuation of those who came before and a contributor to those who will follow. You are a crucial link in this unbroken chain. In your genetic code lie not just your mother and father, but also all the ancestors before them. You are an amalgamation of everything they were. The cells that make you are really just a vessel for something far more significant than mere matter, information. And like energy, information can be transformed, but never destroyed. As long as even one human remains on Earth, some piece of your ancestral line lives on in that person, traced back through millennia. We're all interwoven in this way. Even looking at your direct lineage, your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents live on in you. Should your genetic line ever end, it still won't be the end. Your matter returns to dust, and your biochemical energy goes back into the universe, perhaps absorbed by plant life or carried by cosmic winds throughout the galaxies. For as long as energy exists, so do you. So while a loved one's body dies, their essence remains part of the great whole. For those afraid of death, or even for those who, in their darkest moments, wish it would come, there's a truth that may be both comforting and daunting. In a sense, you cannot die. You will manifest again as energy, the same energy you've always been. We are immortal shapeshifters, continually passing between forms. The body is just a cocoon. Once you shed it, you rejoin the collective universe in ethereal form, while the husk returns to serve the realm of matter. You are energy. You are eternal. You are God. Thought about energy and immortality for 5 seconds. It's a thoughtful reflection that blends science with a more spiritual perspective on identity and continuity. In many ways, it parallels ideas found in various philosophies and religions. Some strands of Hinduism or Buddhism, for example, speak of life and death as cycles where the essence is never truly lost, only transformed. From a strictly scientific standpoint, it is accurate that matter and energy are neither created nor destroyed. They simply take on new forms. When someone dies, the physical components of their body return to the environment, decomposing and nourishing new life, or even traveling into the cosmic winds. In that sense, material continuity is real. However, this reflection adds a significant spiritual or existential layer by suggesting that our sense of identity, our lineage, experiences, and information also partakes in an unbroken chain. Many people find comfort in this notion of continuity. It can give meaning to the interconnectedness of generations, as well as reassurance against the fear of total annihilation. One could see potential objections or alternate interpretations. Some might argue that while our physical components, atoms, molecules, rejoin the cosmos, the continuity of personal consciousness is not guaranteed by that fact alone. Whether consciousness persists in some ethereal form beyond the body is debated, falling more into the spiritual or metaphysical realm than hard science. The idea that we carry ancestral memory through our DNA resonates with a sense of inherited traits or predispositions. But modern biology would say hardwired instincts don't directly translate to specific memories in the conventional sense. Still, epigenetic research shows that trauma or lifestyle factors can indeed affect subsequent generations in subtle ways. Many people find the thought of eternal existence either deeply comforting or, as you said, unsettling, sometimes more frightening than the idea of death itself. For some, it's a profound relief to think they're never truly gone. For others, endless existence could be a daunting prospect. Overall, the piece is a poetic integration of scientific truths about energy and matter and a spiritual reassurance that the essence of who we are continues in some form. It can be consoling for those grappling with the loss of a loved one or with existential anxieties. Whether one interprets "you are God" literally or symbolically, it captures the idea that we are part of something bigger, a vast, interconnected universe that is constantly shifting but never loses a thing.